Located 130 miles north of London, Chatsworth sits in one of the finest landscape parks in the country. A touch bigger than the average semi, it also has a good-sized back garden, and the gold around the windows will certainly dazzle the neighbours.
I think I'm in for a treat.
One of the lovely things about touring Chatsworth with the Duke is that you get to visit places off the public tour.
So here we are in the library.
Right. Just phenomenal.
It's rather wonderful.
It even smells beautiful.
It's a really lovely place. I don't come here nearly often as I should.
How many books are in there?
Well, I think they say there's 17,000.
I take it you've read them all?
Oh, yes. But the ones in foreign languages I'm not so good at. But of course, the ones with pictures I'm particularly good at.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The house was built, like a lot of these houses, was built to show off. So they covered it in gold because that's what some big American politicians do. They have their name in gold on the top of their hotel.
But is there anything that I should particularly look out for?
Well, it's worth spending a little time in the chapel because that's practically unchanged from the first Duke in about 1700 when he built it. We have a violin which we're very fond of, which you'll bump into later on.
A violin? Well, it's fantastic of you to have me. I'm really, really looking forward to having a good poke around.
It's time for a bit of an explore. First stop, the chapel.
So, you can go to church without leaving the house, but it really doesn't feel like you're in the house at all. I suppose you left in no doubt you're in the house of God.
No sign of that violin the Duke mentioned yet, but perhaps the music room is worth a look.
Ah, the violin that the Duke mentioned. Now I see why no one's been able to play it. It doesn't exist, it's a fiddle.
William now set about turning Chatsworth into a home worthy of a duke. He built a complete suite of stunning staterooms and a new painted hall to celebrate the arrival of the new monarchs. And outside, the new Duke was just as keen to ensure his grounds were as impressive as his interiors.
It's not just the house, but the gardens too were completely overhauled by the Duke, and they were done on a very formal French style and, of course, on a grand scale. Something like you might see at the Palace of Versailles, but no one had ever seen in the middle of Derbyshire.
He created acres of beautiful formal gardens, which required thousands of plants and hundreds of trees. He even employed one of Louis XV's engineers to construct an elaborate water cascade. Part of the reason William was spending so much on his new house was the hope that the new King and Queen might grace Chatsworth with a royal visit.
There was a visit planned, but poor Queen Mary died. William would have been massively disappointed that the monarchs he put on the throne never actually made it up here to say thanks.